Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn Show. Today is November the 15th. 5 games in the NBA for today. We'll jump into them. As quick as far as yesterday goes, just an 0-1 day for me yesterday. Not great, of course. I really loved the Miami Heat. I thought it was a great spot for them. And with them coming off the loss to Cleveland, they never really showed up on the defensive end. Ended up giving up 140 points, but no Jalen Brunson. So, yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. I'm glad I didn't make a lot of plays yesterday because I thought I had, like a little bit of a feel on a couple games, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to just go 1-0 or 0-1. And I would have been wrong on San Antonio. I think I would have been wrong on the total for the Timberwolves and the Kings last night. I would have been right on the Rockets and the Blazers over, but I think I would have lost a little bit more money than I did had I made a few more plays. So sometimes it's good just to go 1-1, man. 0-1 yesterday, but it's 5 games on the board for today. Hopefully we can find some ways to get some money. I think I got a couple already that are locked in. So we'll go through that as well. Go through the comments real quick and we'll jump into Jackson. What's up? Jay says, was good. God bless another day. Absolutely. He says he went 2-1 last night. Philly -1.5. Gafford rebounds and Kings game under 247.5. Both caught those live. Said felt iffy about Miami and Portland. I'm glad I stayed off. Man, Portland. I could have kind of expected that from Portland because Portland. I told you guys yesterday, defensively they were playing really poor. And it was a terrible spot as far as like 4th straight road game. Houston, #1 offensive rated team in the NBA. They didn't really let down in that spot at all. Absolutely smoked the Portland Trailblazers last night. What's up, Tax? It's morning community. Can't wait for another breakdown of these games, man. So much to say. Yeah, it don't matter if you're saying you're not winning no money though, Tax. That's the problem, man. Got to win with it too. Locke says Josh Hart triple-double. I did see my guy Flo was on that yesterday. Shout out to the Josh Hart triple-double players last night. Lakers money line for Jalen. Helping hands says Bridges over 6.5 boys. Love it. What's up, Charles? Good morning, Sam. The narcissist says your mic is chopped up. Y'all let me know if y'all having a hard time hearing me on the mic. It says when I tested, good morning, Mark. Appreciate you for tapping in. Andrew says happy weekend, Chris. Is it me or is it lagging? I'm not sure. Y'all let me know if I'm lagging. I'm trying to get through all the comments. What's up, Brian? Appreciate you for tapping in. Patrick says I had Spurs -2.5, but a sprinkle on Harden 41 plus 1650. Broke even night. Wish I put more Harden. Yeah, Harden went crazy last night. Crazy triple-double last night. Yeah, I'm not sure why my mic is skipping. Let me see if I can fix it. Sound like a Chinese guy. Mic messed up. The video is a little janky. I'm not sure why, man. Mark says it's not the audio. Still a little choppy. Mic is a little staticky. Let's see. All right, so let's see. I don't think I messed with any of the settings or anything. Hold on. All right, let me go in here and see. Internet connection, maybe. Internet should be good. Much as I pay for internet, it should be real good. Let's see. Audio testing. Yeah, it says the mic is good. Is it good? Mic volume is good. Reduce mic background noise. That's good. Yeah, that's interesting. Let me see if let me change it then and see what you guys think about this. I'll take it off my actual mic. I'll just use my AirPod as my mic. All right, can you guys hear me better now? Is that better? Did an audio freezing a little bit. That sounds more like internet connection. My internet connection says it's pretty strong. I'm not sure why. Not sure why. Now let me know if y'all can hear me better now. I just changed my AirPod and turn my mic is actually not. I just got it here now. Not sure why. Maybe the stream. Yeah, maybe the stream. Can you hear me better or worse? Do I sound better? Did I switch over or worse? Let me know and then we'll get started. Let's see. Need to restart. Charles said yesterday was arguably one of the best prop betting days ever. I'm glad you cashed. I don't feel like I'm getting responses. I think I want to go back. I want to go back to like. It sounds like it's the other word out still. I'm not sure why, man. I'm not sure why. My apologies about that. I gotta do some digging, I guess, after we get off of here. Video should be yeah, it may be. I'm not sure why the video is so choppy, man. Not sure why. I guess I'll post. Post a couple looks that I like then. But choppy. I'm not sure why it's choppy. Network. Password. Nah. Private. Yeah, I'm not sure why, man. My apologies. My apologies. Let's see if we can. Let's see if it just like gets better over the next few minutes. If it doesn't, y'all let me know. But I'm gonna try to keep pushing. I'm gonna just go ahead and try to push through. On top of the mic, back up a little bit, see if that helps. I'll check that out. I'll check that out for sure. All right, let's just try to go through, see if we can get through these games. It's only a couple anyway. So first one up, we'll skip Jackson for today. I'll just tell you guys what Jackson likes actually. 2-player props are Sam Merrill over his 2.5 threes. It is a little juice at like minus 145. Says he's in a good matchup. And then LaMelo Ball, who I don't think is going to play today, over his 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists, which is a super number, but they also got OKC today. All right, so those are the 2 looks for Jackson. Jackson likes LaMelo Ball over his points, rebounds, and assists at 28.5, and then Sam Merrill over his 2.5 3-point makes today. So that is Jackson. As always, the link is in the description if you guys want to check Jackson out. Let's jump into the first matchup. So the first one is the Memphis Grizzlies and the Cleveland Cavaliers. This line opened at 10, 10.5, quickly popped up 11. Now I see 11.5 popping up as well. So money's coming in on the Cavs, money's coming in on the over, and it's hard to disagree. Even though I can't make an argument for the Grizzlies, it's hard to make an argument for the Grizzlies, but you can. On the injury report, you got the Memphis Grizzlies have upgraded a couple. I think they upgraded. They were shorthanded in that last game without Ja Morant. Of course, they're coming off a game where they absolutely got blown out too. You got to keep that in mind. Got absolutely smoked in that game. So Memphis does have a 2-day rest event, 2 days off before this game, a 1-day rest advantage. Cleveland is playing 3rd and 4th, 4th and 6th, second straight home game for them. They do got the Bucks on deck on Monday, and the Grizzlies should get Ja Morant back. They should get KCP back. Both of those guys missed that last game. Zach Edey is questionable as well. And then what you don't like that Cedric Coward is listed as doubtful in this game. He's been hooping for them off the bench. But on the Cleveland side of things, there's still no Darius Garland, which for me, I don't really want to bet them too much without Darius Garland in the lineup. I told you guys why in that last game when we cashed Toronto. The Cavs are coming off like the game against Toronto. They're playing 3rd and 4th, 4th and 6th. Like I said, they've won this matchup 5 straight times. They did whatever they wanted to against this Cleveland Cavaliers, against this Memphis Grizzlies team last season. 9. The Cavs are 4-9 against the spread this season, 1-5 against the spread as a home favorite. But Memphis is 3-10 against the number, 0-4 as a road dog as well. They're bottom 5 offensive rated and bottom 10 defensive rated team. That says that Cleveland should be able to score the basketball in this spot. I think their team total is a little bit too high, and that's where I projected to be a lot this season. They've been more under teams than over, but the Grizzlies defense has absolutely been atrocious, man. So it's not a game that I'm probably going to bet at all over his 1.5 3-point makes, and that's just because the Cleveland Cavaliers are one of the worst 3-point defenses in the NBA against the spot-up shot. We saw quickly hit 5 of his 7 threes in that last game. I think he could have another, really good performance in this game. So he's been the bright spot for them. If you go through and look at, I'm not going to bring it up on the screen just because you guys say it's lagging, but Santi Aldama has been one of the bright spots for this offense of the Memphis Grizzlies. I just told you guys the 27 in offensive rating. I do expect this game to be played fast. 240 seems like a pretty high total, so I'm gonna stay away from that. I don't want to lay this big of a number with the Cavs, even against the Grizzlies. I don't want to lay this big of a number without Darius Garland. So those are my quick thoughts on that one. Let's see what y'all talking about here. Restarts the internet. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. Hello, so the audio can be janky, but I ain't leaving. Let's see. Blunt says maybe it can just be me, but like the Cavs more when Garland plays, and it makes Mitchell be more of a point guard, and I like him better at the 2 guard spot. I agree with that, Blunt. I was looking into Evan Mobley assists. It's over 4.5. I kind of feel like he can get to that number. I couldn't find enough numbers to back it, but either his assist over. I see Charles says Spider assist over. Like somebody will go over. I even looked at Sam Rose says they were 2.5 as well. He's been going over that number, but I'm probably not going to play any of them. Probably just stay off of player props in this one too. But it's a game where you should be able to find some for sure. That's this first game. Next game up, Thunder and the Hornets. So line open. It was at 12.5 last night. Before the Charlotte Hornets went to overtime, and this is a terrible spot for the Charlotte Hornets. They are playing. So before we even get there, we look at the injury report. Charlotte, Carl Brenner's listed as questionable. I'm not sure if he's going to play. He didn't play last night. They still will be without Brandon Miller. I'm expecting LaMelo to be rested in this spot, but we'll see if he actually plays on the second leg of back-to-back. He only played 27 minutes last night, but the rest of the starters played heavy minutes last night. They all played more than 40. Everybody in the starting lineup did last night for the Charlotte Hornets. And outside of that, them being on the second leg of a road home back-to-back, third game in 4 nights, fourth game in 6 nights. You got an OKC team that's coming off 2 days rest. Absolutely back-to-back massive wins where Shea didn't even have to play the fourth quarter. They smoked my Lakers, smoked the Warriors before that. And they don't have a look at his spot. I think they play against like the Pelicans or something next. I can't remember the team that they play against, but it's another soft team. So this line has moved a lot, and I think that it's moving in the right direction. 16 is a lot to lay. I kind of disagree with the total coming down this far. It opened to 29.5, and I think that was the expectation that LaMelo was going to play. Now people are probably expecting LaMelo not to play. I actually disagree with the total. I think it's going the wrong way. 226 is a number. Maybe you even just take OKC, but I think that they will be able to score. A couple of things I looked at. OKC, they're a perfect 6-0 to the over when they're laying 2 touchdowns or more since the start of last season. So every single time that the Thunder are laying 14 points or more, they've gone over the total. League-wide trend tells me that unrested home dogs, which the Charlotte Hornets are, playing an opponent that has at least more than 1 day's rest, and they're getting 2 touchdowns, are also 4-0 to the over. It says that that the home team doesn't play a lot of defense. The Charlotte Hornets are already one of the worst defenses in the NBA. 4th and 6th, 3rd and 4th, second leg of back-to-back with travel. Okay, she should be able to name the number. I like the team total over 121.5. You can get it without any juice, minus 110. So if I'm betting this game, that's the way I'm thinking. From a player prop perspective, I consider Isaiah Joe over his 2.5 3-point makes. He's over in 7 of his 8 games so far. With the 1 game that he missed, actually he was on the hook. And I think that was a blowout game too. He just didn't play too many minutes in the second half. Charlotte is 11th in opponent three-pointers allowed. However, the 28th in defense against the above the break three. So they're giving up a ton of threes. It was Kyle Kuzma last night. I think Isaiah Joe should be able to get busy. But if Dort comes back, it may eat into a little bit of his minutes. OKC is actually starting to get a little bit more healthy. Still got Wiggins out, still got Kendrick Williams and Jalen Williams out. But if Dort comes back, it is going to start to eat in some of these guys' minutes. So OKC team total over is the way that I want to play this one, over 121.5. I do think the total's coming down because the is going to be ruled out, though. That's my thought process. Let's see. Mark says he laid the minus 15.5. I could see that. Taylor says Isaiah Hardenstein under 9.5. Boy, Charlotte allows the second least rebounds, fourth least to centers. Hardenstein's under in all 4 of his games. First team's 15th or better in rebounds allowed, averaging 13.5 rebound chances and 7.5 rebounds in the 4 games. Charles says, if I'm playing, I'm laying. LaMelo on a minutes restriction, didn't even play in overtime. I'll be shocked if he plays. They've been even covering the spread, even though they were getting 10. It was crazy. Giannis just went crazy last night. He had 18 assists last night. Giannis was hooping. Let's see. Taylor says, also, as you mentioned, Chris, the rest advantage and Charlotte back-to-back. Blowout potential, so could possibly lower his minutes for Hardenstein. Yeah, he may not play a full, load of minutes in this game. I agree with that. Brad says, Con and Brad, Bridges usage will be up. I'm on a small Con ladder with his main line lower. I did look into Con Canepa. If there's somebody that's gonna be able to score, in my opinion, for Charlotte, it probably is gonna be Con Canepa. Like, you just gotta not worry about Bridges. I was looking at potentially taking his points under. I think you wait till LaMelo gets rolled out and then his points goes up. But they got the bodies, in my opinion, to be able to throw at somebody like Miles Bridges. He shot the 3-point shot pretty well last night. If he's not making his threes, I do think that, with the blowout potential, 4th game in 6 nights, he's played in all of them. I do think that they potentially get, ran out the building, and Bridges not even in the 4th quarter. So he played, like I said, north of 40 minutes last night. He scored 32 points. Could be a little bit of a letdown spot for Bridges. I consider his unders for today as well. Just going to this comment right here from Brad. Kenny says, got 1 NBA play for today. Only if LaMelo plays under his 29.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Okay. Patrick says, lean Hornets, but I'm not interested in fading OKC. Shouldn't be. Brian says, 103 quarters. I mean, they could. OKC's offense has been good, but they have been at home over the last few games. I consider Shai's assists at 6.5 as well. He's actually under in 4 straight road games. Under 6.5 in 4 straight road games, I think it was, or 4 of his last 5 or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the number was. So for whatever reason, OKC's offense has been really good at the crib, and they've been struggling a little bit more on the road. However, I would argue that they have gotten some shooters back. So they could score that 3 points. I'm not sure if they even need to, because at the end of the 3rd quarter, if you think OKC's going to score 100 points in the 3rd quarter, I mean, it might be like 100 to 60. Like, this could be a 40-point deficit. I'm not expecting Charlotte to be able to score the basketball at all in this game. So yeah, I'd lay the points and I take OKC team total over. 77 figures says, love OKC, but 15, it's getting ridiculous. I told you guys, I looked it up. OKC's been laying this big of a number since the start of last season. OKC has been laying this big of a number 6 times. Let me just pull it up real quick. So OKC's been laying 14 points or more 6 times since the start of last season. They're 3-3 against the spread. They went by an average of 16 points, which is what this line is today, and it's 6-0 to the over. They're averaging 124 points in this spot. They've gone over their team total in, it looks like, 4 to 6 games, which is why I like their team total over today. Mark says Houston hit that 3rd quarter 100 points bet yesterday. I took it 2 days ago against the Wizards. I didn't take it last night. Offense looks good, though. What's up, Free Sauce? Appreciate you for tapping in. Dom says Pelicans just fired Green. Yeah, we knew that was coming. Yep, I did just see it. Yep, just came through. Yeah, he had to go. He probably going to be happy without him, honestly. That's a little bit less stress. He probably get to enjoy his family a little bit more, man. Brian says, Chris, what's the first half cover rate at minus 15.5? So the Thunder are, when they're laying 14 points or more on the road as a favorite, they are a +5 in the 1st quarter, or plus 4.5. So plus 4.5 in the 2nd quarter. They are plus 6, plus 5.4. So 5.4 plus 4.5 equals a 9.9. So they're plus 10 pretty much, Brian, in the first half. On the road as a favorite. In this spot, if you just do the math like that, and the first half number is probably about 9.5 is what I would think. 8.5, 9.5 is what I would think. Let's see real quick. First half point spread. The longer the game goes on, the more shit favorite OKC, but we shall see. They're 8. You can get an 8.5 right now on BetMGM at even. Well, not even, but at minus 110. Safe travel screen. Yeah. I mean, somebody got to take the fall, right? Jordan Poole get hurt, like Zion Williamson stay hurt, like yeah. I mean, you weren't supposed to beat the Lakers last night anyway, but all right, whatever. All right, cool. Next game, Raptors and the Pacers. Pacers are getting. Damn, it was 7.5. Now it's up to 9.5. 7.5, 8.5, 9.5. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm tripping. Okay, I'm tripping. Yeah, hold on. All right, I know it ain't that much. Yeah, so it's still 7.5. Total 233.5, 233. Depending on where you're shopping, we got injury report that has for the Toronto Raptors. On the Toronto Raptors side of things, they have Ochai Agbaji listed as questionable, and then Colin Murray Bowles listed as questionable as well. The Pacers have Murphy out and Quentin Jackson out. Aaron Nesmith is going to be out for an extended amount of time now as well. Benedict Mathurin and Obi Toppin continue to remain out, and Cam Jones is out as well. They got Nembhard back. They got TJ McConnell back. They played a couple games. They were all on that road trip. Ben Shepherd, is in the lineup. Pascal Siakam. It looks so easy to fade the Pacers, man. I kind of feel like the Pacers are going to eventually give us something. I know I said the same thing in that last game when they were getting, I think, 4.5 points against the Phoenix Suns. The Raptors have been hot. I just worry about the Raptors potentially running out of gas in this spot. They are playing their fifth straight road game. They're coming off of one as a dog against the Cleveland Cavaliers, so maybe a little bit of a letdown spot. They've won 6 of their last 7, though. They've covered 6 of their last 7 as well. And for the Pacers, it's not the greatest spot. So Toronto's ended a road trip. Last game of a 5-game road trip. Indy is first game back home. Straight up 0-4 against the spread. They've lost 6 in a row. They failed to cover 5 in a row. They've also got to go right back on the road to play against Detroit on Monday. So it was a terrible spot for the Pacers here. Their last 5 losses have all come by 9 points or more. So it makes sense why, I guess Toronto's supposed to be able to win this game. The way I think about it, though, I'm going to just give you guys what I'm thinking. The way I think about it, I kind of think that this game is going to be a little bit more of an over game. Maybe if it's not even the full game, maybe the first half over. A couple things I looked at. So last 5 games, Toronto is 7th in offensive rating and 4th in defensive rating. The Pacers are the worst offensive rated team and the 3rd worst defensive rated team. I talked about it, Pacers being 0-5 against the number, Raptors being 4-1. It looks super easy just to take the Raptors, but the Raptors have only been laying points twice, and they're 1-1 against the number. I found 2 trends that both kind of favor both spots. So I don't really want to get their latest many points, especially on a Saturday in the NBA. It could be a little janky, man. The Pacers, for whatever reason, have been covering at home. And 3-1 against the number, I think, as a home dog. So I kind of lean over. That's where I was going. I think the Raptors, they've only played 2 games as a favorite. Those games have averaged 248 points. Pacers offense, in my opinion, is in a little bit of a buy low spot because they've really been struggling to score the basketball. They're getting a little bit help. And then I looked at road favorites that were playing their last game of a 5-game road trip since COVID. Those games are over. They go over about 57%. So it could be a little bit of a defensive letdown for the Toronto Raptors here. Pacers are also top 10 in pace in home games. Kind of feel like the offense got to come back a little bit. I know they don't have a lot, maybe even first half over, just because full game, they could end up struggling. But I kind of I want to get to over in this game, thinking that it could at least be a little bit of point score on the Pacers side of things as well. So that's my thought process. First half over, full game over. 233 is a pretty big number, but maybe just first half over is what I'm thinking in this spot. That first half total is 113.5 minus 106 on FanDuel is the best number available. Let's see what you guys are thinking here. Nembhard 30 plus points worth the shot. Patrick says Nembhard he's been hooping. I think his line was listed at 17.5 when I looked at it. D Johnson says Raptors will destroy the Pacers. Raptors minus 7.5 team total first half. Indy on pause for a bit. Yeah, I can't bet him either, Mark. Can't back a team. Can't back a 1 through 10 team. Indiana has too many injuries. Be out under his 4.5 assists. What's up, True? He says, peace, Chris. Top play. Big boy ball. Blowout. Scotty Barnes double-double. Jakob Poeltl double-double. I've been looking at Jakob Poeltl double-double for a couple games now. He's hit 2 of the last 3. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Pacers really struggle at the point of attack too. Like they don't really. We'll see. We'll see. I think today's game will tell us a lot. With the Pacers losing, I think they failed to cover 5 straight. Like with them losing 5 straight, being back home, I know it's a terrible spot, but we'll see. It'll tell me a lot about the Pacers moving forward. I do think at this point they're probably just gonna tank. They're 1-11, so it's not great. Don says this game smells janky. Pacers plus 7.5 and over. I like the over a little bit more, man. I don't really want to lay too many points with a road favorite on a Saturday. I mean, if y'all been betting basketball long enough, you already know how it goes, man. 77 figures says Carlisle doesn't look like a Hall of Fame coach this year, fellas. He's been bad. Carlisle kind of in the Willie Green boat, you know, like teams struggle with injuries, and if you're a Hall of Fame coach and you can stick around. I mean, he also took his team to the playoffs and to the NBA Finals last year. He also a championship level coach, so can't compare him to Willie Green. But my point is just that both star players are out, and a lot of star players are out for the Pacers. A lot of star players are out for the Pelicans as well. Let's see. Quickly for 15. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm lagging, Apple Jacks. I heard people telling me that. I'm gonna get through the next couple games so we can get out of here, though. All right, next one: Lakers and Bucks. Line open with the Bucks getting. I think when I looked last night, I thought I saw the Bucks laying a point. Now the Bucks are actually getting a point. Let me just go check, make sure it hasn't moved. Bucks are actually getting a point and a half, actually a point and a half on most books, which is what you guys see. Total 230.5. So injury report, both teams can submit late, of course. I did see that the rookie for the Lakers is supposed to make his season debut tonight. I think Luka, Austin Reeves, I think everybody's going to go for the Lakers. Now, the Bucks could potentially rest some guys. It's not the greatest spot for them, coming off the overtime game. Now, granted, they didn't have to travel. Lakers are playing their 5th straight road game. They've alternated wins and losses on the road trip. Playing the second leg of a back-to-back. Played 2 of their last 3 under the total as well. This will be their last game of a 5-game road trip, 3rd and 4, and 4th and 6 for the Lakers. And then on the Bucks side of things, they're playing second leg of back-to-back, coming off the overtime game, 3rd game in 4 nights, but not with Giannis. So Giannis, of course, did not play in the first Charlotte game. I also failed to mention, so Bucks also playing 4th game in 6 nights, 5th game in 7 nights. Another spot where you kind of want to fade those teams. So far this season, teams that are playing 5th game in 7 nights are 3-2 against the number, though. We lost. We cashed with the Rockets. We lost with the Portland Trail Blazers. And I don't know if I'm really ready to trust the Lakers in this spot. I don't know, man. I don't really want to fade the Bucks at the crib. I know that they are, a significant rest disadvantage, but they have been good at home so far this season. What are they? 8-5 straight up. I kind of just want to play the total. I like the total. I like it over. I think both teams will be able to find some offenses. I think we'll see 2 tired defenses, in my opinion. 2 offenses that'll be able to score enough. I think it was 228.5 this morning. Let me just see if it's still available. When I looked at it this morning, it went down to 228.5. Looks like the best number you can get right now is 229.5 on DraftKings. And maybe you want to wait and see what happens, with who gets ruled out, or, wait for the injury report. I kind of don't feel like you need to. So a couple of things I looked at this season, when we've seen 5 teams play in this 5th game in 7 night spots, like I told you guys. Those totals are 4-1 to the over. They're going over by average of 8 points. Lakers are also 4-0 to the over when they're playing less rested than their opponent. And it's 3 times. They're 2-1 to the over as well. And the Bucks are also 5-1 to the over in games that Giannis have played at Pfizer, their arena. So I think this game goes over. I think we see, a little bit more pace than both of these teams have typically been playing with. The Lakers, both teams, like in the bottom third of pace in the NBA. I just kind of think we see fireworks in this game, man. I think we see points. Luka, Austin Reeves. I think Giannis. I don't think we really have anybody to slow Giannis down. We'll see if JJ already got some up his sleeve. But even probably won't be Kyle Kuzma again, but he is playing against his old team. Gary Trent Jr., I think they got enough knockdown shooters to be able to get this one up and over total. I like the over. 228.5 was available this morning. 229.5 is available right now on DraftKings. I like this one to go up and over the number. I think we see fireworks on a Saturday. Let's see what you guys are thinking here. Lakers also got a little bit more of a rest advantage because they ended up winning the game last night by 12, whereas the Bucks had to go to overtime last night. Let's see. What up, PG? Mark says, man, oh man, still upset over losing that hook on the Lakers team total over. Yeah, the other thing, I'm glad you mentioned this, Mark, because I was thinking about this morning. The other thing to note is that the Lakers shot, you missed that team total, Mark, last night that you missed. The Lakers shot so poorly from the three-point line. I looked at the number this morning when I was going through the box scores. I think they shot south of 30% last night from the three-point line and still was only a point away from getting to that team total over. Well, 2 points. Yeah, they shot 29% last night. Marcus Smart was 1 for 10. You just needed 2 of those to go in, Mark. Luka was 3 for 8, not bad. Austin Reeves was 2 for 6. But nobody else really made a three-point shot at all. Bench didn't really do much at all either. Jared Vanderbilt made 1 of his 2, and Dalton Connect made 1 of his 3, and I think that was early in the first quarter when I saw that one go in. So, I mean, they did shoot the ball well from the three-point line. A lot of this was just Marcus Smart, honestly. Nobody else really shot that poorly, but he was letting them go and won't make any of them. So, yeah, I think we see points in this game, man. I think Miles Turner's gonna bring DeAndre Ayton away from the rim. Lakers won't have too much rim protection. I think we see points, man. I do. Patrick says lean Bucks. I like the next game the most. It was pain in my stereo with San Antonio also giving it up. Yeah. Lakers team total over first half. First half for me, I think the scoring starts early. I can see that. Quickly over 23.5 points and assists. Quickly's been hooping for you, so I couldn't talk you off of that at all. First half team total over for the Lakers, Brian says. So maybe they run out of gas late. I like the full game to go over. I think we see points early. I think we see points often too. When I was going through it this morning on Moneyballer, Lakers are 9-4 to the first half over, 9-4 to the full game over. The Bucks are 7-6 to the first half over, and 8-5 to the over in general. As a home dog, the Bucks are also 3-0 to the over. As a road favorite, the Lakers are actually 3-1 to the under, but 4-0 to the over in the first half. So all the numbers I just said does kind of point to a first half over more than a full game over. But I like both. First half over. Let's see what the best number you can get. If you think that the teams will run out of gas, let's see. First half total points is 117.5. That is the that's the third highest total on the board for today. Third highest total on the board for today. 117.5 minus 110 on FanDuel. It is up to minus 118 on a lot of other books though. So if you like it, that's the best number that you can get early. Let's see. I like this look here too. AJ Green 4+ threes. Yeah, Lakers I feel like they haven't been defending 3-point line too great. I do want to double check that real quick though. Let's look at the Lakers 3-point defense. Yeah, they're bottom 10 3-point defense overall as far as frequency and accuracy. Corner 3, they're actually the third worst corner 3 frequency team. So they're allowing teams to shoot a lot of corner 3s, funnel into the corner 3, and that's the shot that they're giving up the most actually. And teams are also shooting 40% from the 3-point line, which makes the over even better because we know that Giannis just wants to get downhill and then kick to his 3-point shooters. The Bucks, crazily enough, it's crazy. I'm glad you mentioned this. The Bucks are number 1 in corner 3-point accuracy, shooting 49.2% on the season. So they're the best corner 3-point shooting team. They shoot the 11th most corner 3s, and the Lakers are bottom 3 in opponent frequency and bottom 10 in opponent accuracy. So I like that look a lot for AJ Green for sure. He could be in a little crazy parlay, like a big parlay today. AJ Green over his 3s. 3 player-made 3s. Let's see real quick. Green. I only see AJ Green. Player-made 3s. I don't see AJ Green. He's not even listed. At least not yet. He's not. Maybe he'll list it later. It could be Gary Trent Jr. too, though. So, all right. Last game on the board for. So game be played in Minnesota tonight. Denver opened as a 2.5-point favorite last night or yesterday afternoon, actually. And then we've seen a flip of favorites, a strong flip of favorites, all the way to 2.5. And the total has come down from 241 down to 234.5. A lot of that really is just, in my opinion, due to the injury report. So crazy to think Jokic is listed as questionable, and that's in my opinion, that's the reason. The Denver Nuggets have been absolutely on a tear. They also will be without Christian Braun. I think that's important. Cam Johnson is going to be out in this game as well. Jokic is dealing with a wrist injury that could potentially put him at risk of missing his first game of the season. On the Minnesota Timberwolves side of things, they can submit their injury report late. I know Jaden McDaniels went to the locker room 3 times last night. He said he just couldn't wait to go home. Pretty sure maybe even look towards his unders if he plays. We'll see if he plays. Minnesota also, like, they kind of play around with their food last night, and I guess you could say Sacramento had a pretty good effort. This game, for people who like just blindly bet stuff, Minnesota was laying 11.5. They ended up winning the game by 14, but they didn't win the game until the fourth quarter. They were actually on the dogfight. They ended up winning that fourth quarter by 13 points last night. The game would have been a lot closer. Sacramento Kings just kind of running out of gas late. Their inefficiencies to be able to shoot the basketball, even free throws. They shot 59% from the free throw line last night. But what I don't like is that maybe the Nuggets were ahead because they knew they had this game. None of the starters really played heavy minutes. Anthony Edwards played 30. He's a dog. I'm expecting him to be out there. Who knows? If Jokic plays, I still think Denver's the better team. Problem is, now without Christian Braun and without Cam Johnson, you're having to rely on Tim Hardaway Jr. and Peyton Watson, and it messes with your depth a little bit. Denver is by far the better team, but Jokic being questionable, no Christian Braun, no Cam Johnson. I think they could be still trying to figure it out a little bit. It's kind of difficult to think that the team is going to be figuring it out with Jokic. Jokic kind of has it all figured out. I think he's probably has pretty good chemistry with Peyton Watson and Tim Hardaway Jr., who look like it's going to step in and play in their minutes. Timberwolves have been on an absolute tear right now. I don't really want to fade them either. They have revenge in this spot as well. I was looking into that. They actually lost the first time that they played by, I think it was 14 points. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, 13 points. So 127 to 114. That game was also played in Minnesota. Opening October 27th, they go up and over the total. If Jokic plays, I think this game goes up and over too. These are two really good offensive teams. I know Denver's defense has been pretty good, but I think that I don't know, man. For some reason, Over's just kind of calling my name today. I think that this one finds its way to go up and over the total as well. Let's see. The total will go up, but I think we see points in this game. Denver is third in offensive rating, fourth in defensive rating. Timberwolves are fourth in offensive rating, 12th in defensive rating, and Nuggets is on an absolute tear early in the games for whatever reason. First half, they are 7-3 against the number. Timberwolves been off to pretty slow starts. They turned the ball over a lot in the first quarter last night against the Kings. They're just 8-4. 4-8 against the spread in the first half, and 1-3 as a home dog in the first half. So maybe you're gonna look towards Nuggets first half, but I can't bet this game without knowing if Jokic is gonna play or not. I'm expecting them to play too. I do expect them to play. So if you like Minnesota, you might want to play now. And if you like if you like Minnesota, you want to wait and let Jokic get rolled in, and you get a better number. Is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Yeah, I know who said that. Mike said that. Yeah, my fault, Mike. I'm not sure what's going on today. I'll try to fix it after this show. Be better for tomorrow. I like Minnesota a lot. Patrick says Milwaukee, Minnesota both had late covers. Yeah, I think that's something to consider here, Brian. I do. Mark says he does see AJ Green threes. 2+ at plus 100. I like that, Mark, for sure. Jokic triple double minus 150, kind of telling. Over 2.5. I was about to say 2+. Yeah, let's get there. Okay, 2.5. Patrick says I don't see Minnesota losing this game. They match up very well against the Nuggets. and they play at the crib with revenge. I think I do think that the Nuggets are going to miss 2 starters for sure, and that might be what's not factored into this game. Maybe it is factored into this game, but they do have the rest of it, so do throw a little wrench in there a little bit. The Nuggets only lost this season came against they've only lost 1 game, right? No, they lost 2 games. Oh yeah, because they lost to Portland. I just remember them losing to Golden State. I didn't watch the Portland game. The second half of the Portland game, they lost that game to Portland in the first Cup game 2 Fridays ago. So as a road dog, they are 0-1 against 0-1 straight up. We'll see. We shall see. Rudy Gobert double-double. I did see Ant say he's going to keep finding them. Said he worked on his offensive skill set a lot over the offseason. I thought that was just funny. Brian says Denver, Minnesota, another first half over. Lean and over his 4.5 assists, J-Man says. OG killed my parlay. That's why you got to play them straights. I love this. Yeah. I'm not sure why it's choppy. Like I said, I'll try to fix it. I'll definitely try to fix it for tomorrow's stream. Not sure why it's a little choppy today. Let's. I've been on here for a while. Let's get into a quick recap. Go through my notes real quick, and I'll put these on the screen for you guys. Memphis and Cleveland. Man, I guess it's over. I'm not even gonna write that on here though, because I'm not laying this many points with Cleveland without Garland. I'm also not taking Memphis, so it's an easy skip for me. OKC Charlotte. I like that OKC team total over. 121.5 is the number. That's probably my favorite look on the board for today. I think they can get to 125. Charlotte without LaMelo. Hopefully LaMelo plays, then it's definitely going over. But Charlotte without LaMelo, hopefully they continue to play fast. I also kind of want to fade Miles Bridges, but we'll see. I told you guys I also liked Isaiah Joe in that matchup as well over his points. Toronto, Indiana, another game I kind of think goes over. At least in the first half, I think we just see a little bit more offense out of the Indiana Pacers. First half over, full game over, I think are the ways that I would bet that game. First half total. Let's see if I can get you guys a number. First half over 113.5 for Toronto and Indy in the first half. And then, let me pull this up so you guys see it. All right, so then we have the Lakers and Milwaukee game. I love that over. Over 228.5. It looks like is available on FanDuel right now. But again, you want to wait till the injury report, wait till the dust kind of clears. I would expect Giannis to play. We'll see. If Giannis doesn't play, I like the Lakers. Lakers probably won't do anything in that game. So these are the ways that I'm betting if I'm betting today. The Denver and Minnesota game, I'm not going to put anything on the screen right now just because I want to see what happens with Jokic. I do think that Denver, Minnesota could be a bit short too. Jaden McDaniels, probably not playing, but we shall see, man. As far as player prop goes, I told you guys my favorite one is Isaiah Joe over his 2.5 made threes. But we'll see if Dort comes back as well, because Dort will take some of those minutes from some of those small forward / guards, those 2/3s. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see what else I had in my notes to make sure I'm not missing anything. Santi Aldama. I talked about Santi. Over his 1.5 3-point makes. Gotta fade that Cavs defense, the 3-point defense for the Cavs anyway. I like the quickly look. I know somebody mentioned his points plus assists. I like that look. Yeah, and that's it for today. 8 games for tomorrow, so we'll be back then, man. My apologies again for the lag. I'm not sure why it's lagging, but I'll try to figure that out and fix it for tomorrow's games. This is the short list though, so you want to go back, if you can join late, you want to go back and listen to this, see why I like these looks, you can. Link for all the resources are listed below. Check them out. And that'll be the show, man. Hit the like button for me on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and turn the notification bell on so you know when I go live tomorrow.